Okay, so yesterday we talked about kind of how Caesar opens this with the geography of Gaul, right? Describing the different ethnicities that were in Gaul to kind of, talk about the farther that you get from Gaul, the less civilized you become. It says, in Caesar's day, the territory was primarily inhabited by Celts who spoke their own Celtic languages and dialects. Caesar must introduce his audience to the territory in which they will spend a better part of the decade campaigning. Did Gaul, whether they wanted or not, need Roman protection from the more savage Germanic invaders from farther east? ? Were Caesar's foes, both Gallic and potentially German, formidable? Were they formidable? Who were these Gauls who lived beyond Roman rule, as opposed to the Gauls who had, according to the traditional Roman chronology, sacked Rome in 390 BC, or who in Caesar's day lived under Roman administration along the Mediterranean coast or in northern Italy? These are the questions that Caesar will answer. The geography and topography set the context for the people who lived there and for the general who would spend the next 8 years conquering them. The Gauls fought hard for their freedom and independence. Caesar and his men fought hard. Okay, so where we picked off was with sentence 3, right? So we got, of all of these, okay, who are these?
All of the people in Gaul.
Yeah, all the people in Gaul. Okay, the most brave, right, are the Belgae. Okay, so this next part right here is because. That's called a pleonasm. All that means is it's redundant. So you could just say, because they are the farthest, that's an adverb, right? From the customs and the culture and the nature or the humanity of the province. Okay, so in that introduction I gave you, this capital P province right here is talking about the part of Gaul that the Romans already controlled. Okay, so they had already put their governmental administration in charge of it. So he's saying that they're the bravest because they are the farthest away from us. So they have they might as well be barbarians or something, right? Okay. So we got least often. So and least often merchants, right? Travel to them. And they import. Surely there should be something better than that. They carry the things which pertain to softening minds. You see that gerundive right there? Right? That ND. So basically, they import the things in Caesar's mind which dulled their ability to fight. Yeah, like alcohol. Yeah. It says, among other things, Caesar was thinking of wine, right? Which didn't get produced in Gaul. Okay, so then we got, they are nearest. So who is they? Yeah, the Belgae. The Belgae are the nearest to the Germans, right? Who inhabit across, or who live across the Rhine. And with whom they do what? Bellum Guerreri. Y'all remember that from last year? They wage war. That's right. They wage war. What do you think continenter means?
Across the continent.
Continuously. Yeah, continuously. With whom they wage war continuously. If you think about it, those pesky Germans are still causing problems today, right? With the European Union and all of that. They try to be like kind of intellectually superior among those other people in Europe, and
What does that pleonasm mean?
pleonasm means it's like a redundancy. It means because. Okay, for this reason, right? That's quade causa. For this reason, or on account of this, the Helvetii also surpass the rest of the Gauls in you look like you think of it like virtue, like piety, but it's really like courage or valor, manliness. So I have this note here. It says the word virtus is an important word in Caesar. Literally, it means manliness or manhood. It can mean strength, vigor, courage, ability, worth, excellent, or virtue. In Caesar's battle narratives, courage is usually the appropriate translation, but be alert for other senses of the words. As you read, think about some larger questions that work in the background. Who has virtus, right? Obviously, Caesar has virtus, but he's saying the Helvetii have virtus, right? How do you get that virtus? How do you develop virtus? How do you... Well, who knows? That's a question we've got to ask ourselves. How do you know that somebody is displaying virtus? And what happens when you don't have virtus? What do you think happens when you don't have virtus? You get your butt kicked, right? Yep, you get your butt kicked.
So it's like a mask, it's not getting big.
Yes, it's like your shield of something. Okay, so we got, so the Helvetii also surpassed the rest of the Gauls in manliness. Why? Because they do what? They contend, right, with the Germans in, what'd you say, almost daily battles?
So that's explaining why.
Yeah, so why does he say that the Helvetii have virtus? Because they fight the Germans. Okay. So we got so then we got this either or, right? Since they either prohibit them meaning the Germans, right? From their own borders, or
They themselves wage war.
yeah, they themselves wage war in their own borders. So this right here, right, this suis finibus is called an ablative of separation. So that's how you knew how to translate that as from. Like they prohibited them from their own borders. Y'all just put that in there because that's what fit best in the sentence, right? But that's technically what that dealio is called. Let's see, anything else I need to tell you about this? Oh, this is called litites. That's a litites. We didn't talk about that. What's litites?
It's like understatement, right?
Yeah, like understatement. So like least often.
Lido case?
Litites.